Hey everybody, this is Amigos here, and this is my gameplay guide on how to play Octane, as well as just some general good tips for every character. So with Octane, as well as every character, they each have slightly different loadouts that are best for him. For Octane, it's usually one mid-range and one close range, or sometimes two close ranges. As you can see here, as always, I'm taking high ground and landing up here on the pinnacle. It's important because the enemies don't exactly know my positioning here. I take out one with the 99 because I have a good barrel on it, and then use my triple take to just peg down the second. Watching the positioning here, I see the ult coming in, and so then I take the zip line across. Get out of that, and then press the team that's throwing it. Down here, chucking a grenade down there to see where they're at, and then just jumping down to if they push out. I get the Bangalore here, then just reload, then push for her teammates. See the caustic gas here, Octane's the one character that can get out of that. It still blinds you, but as long as you stim, it does not give you any slowdown or weapon problems. Such as like normally it messes with your aim. Doesn't do that here. You can see here I'm just busy with the crate. I didn't want to give it up, so I'm just taking damage from the thing. Always be ready for the Gibraltar ult. But I'm just finishing off the Gibraltar. Not going to let him get away with hitting me like that. Yeah, the key with Octane is to simply always use your mobility to your advantage. You can hunt down and outmaneuver everyone. As you can see, I'm about to do to a Wraith here. I almost finish off her teammate. Decide, I'm going to take her out. Then I see that Wraith pushing me, so I move over here. I stem to get away, and then use a shield battery, because I don't actually get the medical slowdown nearly as much when I'm popping a shield battery. Then I just frag the Wraith real quick, because she was in a bad spot. Here we are, a little bit later. Got another team here, just trying to take in the high ground, using the jump pad to get up there, and then killing them real quick. Again, I realized I was in the caustic gas and was slowed, so I immediately stemmed, so that way I still didn't get the slowdown and had the advantage in that fight. Caustic and Octane are one of the most powerful combinations in this game, in my opinion, simply due to their fact that Caustic can lock everything down, and then Octane and Caustic can both fight in the gas, which gives them a huge advantage. Here I am, just using my jump pad to retake high ground, so I keep the advantage on everyone. See the Pathfinder is pushing in there, so I go down, but our Caustic has got it. He's a pretty good teammate, and I don't actually get to fight. I'm just doing a little sniper work. That's why it's important to have a mid-range weapon. Even though he's a close-range, blitzy character, you still need to have that mid-range weapon so you can handle engagements like that. So I'm just healing up, being ready, trying to get with my team, put a jump pad down so we can all push in, and then we're ready to go. Use the house as cover so I don't get picked off by the guy, and then we're just looking around for him. He's moved out. I don't know that yet, but there we are. A little bit later. Again, looking for enemy teams and taking high ground. It's important as Octane to, well, yeah, he doesn't have a lot for his kit as far as for real specialness, other than the no slowdowns from his boost, and having good mobility. So really with him, you just need to focus on constantly taking high ground, and then using your stims to get away, to be able to heal around corners by being able to outmaneuver your opponents, and to use it to take high ground quickly. A mistake I actually want to point out here that I made, and I see a lot of people make, is unless you're running a scout or a triple take, you really don't want to fire on zip lines here. Like I do with the 99 and miss basically every shot. I come down here, and I had, instead of immediately dropping down, I didn't have a full clip. So here I am again, trying to get to the zip line, messing up here. I should have put my jump pad down to launched over all of that. Always be careful not to put your jump pads too close to walls like I do here, because it ends up bouncing you off. Although you can always punch onto your jump pad to go straight up, and it allows you to recover if you do mess up like that. I'm here just finish off the Bloodhound real quick, and looking around trying to find the last enemy. Not really sure where he is. My teammates ping him, let me know, so I'm just finishing off the Bloodhound real quick, so that way I don't have to worry about that happening as a res. Getting pinged by the Caustic, good communication to let me know where he is. Just getting a little damage on him there, trying to stay in cover. Not falling for the bamboozle, and just being ready. Seeing the Mirage is down there somewhere. The Caustic's not really giving me any intel, so I'm figuring he doesn't know what's happening either. So I just grab my Bangalore's banner in case I have a chance to res. And then go to get the caustic up because I'm not hearing the Mirage anywhere. Always get your teammates up. I actually end up winning this match because I res the caustic. If the caustic hadn't been up here, I would have lost. I'm just trying to be a little aggressive here to make sure the caustic has time to heal and it's ready to go. Just trying to create a buffer between Mirage and him. Albeit it wasn't necessary, it's a good rule of thumb is to always protect your teammates that way. I hear the Mirage coming up on me, so I try to finish my heal. Go to fight him. I realize I'm losing it, so I try to put a jump pad down, but put it too close. They take a second to activate. It's something a lot of people forget. You always have to be ready for that second activation time. You put it too close to yourself, you'll just run right over it. So then here I get the self-revive off because the caustic was able to keep him busy, and then the match ends. Got it all finished. This here's just a little bit later. All I have is a Mozambique, but I wanted to point this out. Just because you have a worse gun than someone else doesn't mean you're going to lose. I just used the Mozambique appropriately and how it should be, zooming in with it to get the increased accuracy. The shots clump better when you scope in. So I may always make sure I do that, and I had advantage on him there. Just stim over here to try to help my teammates confirm that fight, realize it's all over. So always make sure you're doing something. That's the key with this game, is make sure you're doing something productive, whether it's going to help your teammates, scouting for enemies, getting loot. Always make sure you're not just sitting, accomplishing nothing. That's the key with this game. So here it is. I wanted to say later, this here is where I'm self-reviving. And it's important that even if you're in the middle of a fight like this and it's all chaos, still try to get that self-revive off, because it takes so long. You want to start it as soon as possible. Because of this, I actually end up getting it off right here and then downing the Pathfinder because I had gold backpack and it let me get up. I'm just trying to get away. I should have stimmed there because it would have made me ignore the Bangalore's ultimate, but I messed up. I ended up losing the match because of it. This here, I'm seeing the enemies are on my teammate, so I'm pushing up. Opening fire on them, getting the one down, then immediately taking high ground with the reload. This way I have advantage on any enemies that are left in the area, and I'm in a different position that they weren't expecting. I get the Mirage because he wasn't ready for me up there, and then I'm sure my teammate's getting res before looting. Always important to worry about the teamwork. Again, taking high ground, finishing that one, getting the Pathfinder. I shouldn't have finished the Pathfinder here, that was a mistake on my part. And then just taking out the Wraith. As always, making sure you get your teammates up. So important. Those teammates are your lifeline for when you mess up. They will save you. Just here a little bit later, this is me Octane stim sliding to get from one point of cover to another point of cover very quickly to make sure I don't die during that little process. Yeah, that was a waste of a battery. Should always watch, if it's only 2 bars that you need to heal, use cells and not batteries because it's the same amount of time. And batteries are a lot rarer. I'm just picking them off using the Bangalore smoke to cover me from the one down there, and then picking off the Pathfinder as best I can because the other one can't shoot me. Instead of healing, I'm just trying to push around to keep the aggression up because I know I have way more health than either of them, and my teammates are here. Better just to make sure no one heals and get into the fight than actually try to do anything weird. I'll never be afraid to be a little aggressive as Octane. You got the stims, you got the jump pad, you can get in there very easily. And you see I spot someone way over there, and I'm actually going to go chase them down now. Because it's only 4 squads left, I don't want to get picked off by one of the remaining 3 enemy squads. In the final fight, having that one guy ambush me from a weird angle, as solo players tend to position themselves at. So it's something that when you only see one person, I like to go hunt them down. Especially because I missed him rezzing right there and ended up going right past him. Luckily my teammates weren't as oblivious as me. Managed to spot the guy, knew what was happening, and pinned him in at the house while I was off frolicking up on the mountain. Go in here, they're checking top, so I go to check bottom, make sure he's not hiding there. As you can see, the lifeline did an awesome play there. I was a better aim and she missed a lot of her shots. But standing perfectly still like that when someone's first coming into the room, especially if you have a skin that blends in like she did, mind your backtraps, but it's a great way to cause T-Rex vision on your enemies. This here is why you should always carry grenades, especially as Octane. You'll see right here I end up wiping the entire squad because I had them. Didn't actually use any abilities here, but I could have followed this up by jump padding up into the tower or anything like that if the grenades didn't quite finish them. I was just going to take out the drone and then immediately jump pad up, but they were all dead. This here's final squad. You'll see this is where the Octane really shines, is in this situation right here. The enemy team is spread and they're out of position. This is perfect for abusing it. I realized that the Wraith over there is now weakened by all my shots, so it's a good time to push her. So I throw my jump pad down, I start popping a shield battery while I'm sliding, and then I popped it by the time I've landed, allowing me to attack the Wraith at full health, whereas she was still injured. Get one of them down, crack the door, hear the Bloodhound coming behind me, kill him. Enemies are out of position here, so I'm getting a bunch of 1v1s. Even though I should have been fighting 3v1, I was able to turn it into 1v1s because I was able to abuse their lack of positioning. Looking for the last enemy, and just here we are. They showed up one at a time instead of all at once. This here is some good solid tips on how to play Octane. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to be putting these out for every legend, so like and subscribe if you want more of this content.